On today's China Watch, a study has found that mobile phone addiction has become a new problem among children in rural areas in China whose parents have gone to work in the cities. It's found that so-called left-behind children are spending most of their spare time watching short videos and playing games. And according to teachers and parents, it's having a serious impact on discipline and learning. Zhou Yixin has more.
是的，我早上抓到他们就是在画这个。最近他们2周嘛，就不知道他们为什么男生老是喜欢走神，早上来黑眼圈又很重，又不爱学习，上课老是走神，我就不知道他们经常就画这种小人、这种小房子单独画，我也不知道他们在画什么。我今天就看到个整幅全貌，我才知道他们就在这里进行这种游戏的模拟。
In a rural primary school in Hubei province, teachers are finding that mobile phone addiction has become a major problem for them to teach and discipline students. A research team led by a scholar from Wuhan University found in a survey that 67% of rural parents believe that their children are addicted to mobile phones.
他们在玩手机的时候，那个作业就写不完。
Students play on their mobile phones after returning home, and some of them don't complete their homework. When they're in class, all they think about is how to pass the game, which leads to inattention during class.
11-year-old Pan Jiani likes watching funny short videos on the phone. Her parents are working in the city. Now she lives with her grandparents.
Under our supervision, she's relatively restrained when playing with her mobile phone. If we're not around, she sometimes plays for a long time.
According to the teachers, boys are relatively more fond of games. 11-year-old Pan Longye likes watching cartoons and playing games on the phone. Pan's mother said during the online class period, her son got the habit of using the mobile phone and then began to like to play on the phone.
但是我有时要他出去玩。
Sometimes I give the mobile phone to him, and then I'm so busy that I forget it. In this situation, he plays for 2 or 3 hours.
In the rural areas of the central provinces of China, the proportion of left-behind children whose parents do not live with them is high, reaching about 50%. They tend to live with their grandparents. According to Xia Zhuzhi, the associate professor who led the study, there is a difference between urban children and rural left-behind children in terms of playing with mobile phones. The spare time of urban children is still largely controlled by their parents, while left-behind children in rural areas are relatively unsupervised. The consequences of adults getting addicted to mobile phones and children's addiction to mobile phones are also different. The minds of children and young people, their values, outlook on the world and life have not yet been fully formed, and they are susceptible to various influences. Experts suggest some extreme and emotional content available on the internet may have a negative psychological effect on children and young people. Faced with this problem, what can families and society do?
我们在农村社区一级，我们要发挥谁的作用呢？
In rural areas, we need to give full play to the role of senior citizens who have received education, including some old village cadres and old teachers, and mobilize them to carry out some activities and extracurricular tutoring during children's after-school time.
小孩提供服务。
The internet can conveniently provide learning resources for rural children, which should help to bridge the gap between urban and rural areas. How to amplify the positive effects and reduce the negative effects of mobile phones is an important issue facing our society. 周玉欣 CGTN 黄石湖北 Province。